Okay, so we have a bedroom that kids are no longer in, and it's empty. And so we thought, let's make a guest room out of it. We have a frame and a rail system, and we went looking at some mattresses online. And to be honest, if we buy it at a furniture store, you're going to pay a lot more because you're paying for the building and the people selling it and all that other stuff. So we looked on Amazon and looked at a lot of reviews and picked out one box spring and a mattress on Amazon, and we're going to give it a shot. Right now, this is what it looks like. We've got them in boxes. Flip my little finger around here. We got them in boxes sitting here. This is supposed to be the mattress. I mean, the box spring. They say it folds in half. This is queen size, so we're kind of curious to see what this is going to look like whenever we open it up. But I will set this camera up and kind of show you guys what it looks like coming out of the box. And maybe this is something that would interest you. So here we go. No, because it'll have numbers moving. We got numbers moving. Box. Alright, I feel a metal frame. Everything's taped together. I don't know if this sits on the ground or if this sits against the headboard. Huh. Let's not cut that open yet. Just hit box.
So, what you doing, Josh?
I'm undoing the thing that I did earlier.
Why is that?
Because I made a mistake.
No.
Yeah. See, not all of us are perfect. Some of us are actually human and we make real mistakes. And then we have to undo the thing that we were going to do because we thought we were doing the right thing. It turns out we were wrong and our wives were right. And we don't want to admit it, but she was right. She was right. She's right.
That's because this piece right here, you ordered this.
I know.
But I do believe that is the new box spring. Box springs, I guess, look different than they did back years ago.
Well, it's more of a box. They call it a box frame.
A box frame?
Yeah, so the legs are built into it.
Okay.
I think it's got, if I understand this correctly, it's got basically two pieces that go side by side, and then something links them together to make a solid-ish, rigid steel frame. I think I just made up a word, solid-ish.
Yeah, that's probably a made-up word.
Well, yeah. It's free country.
I also want to center this headboard. I want this bed centered in the center, in the middle of that wall. Before, it's never been centered because of having a desk over there whenever a kid used to be in this room. But I think I want it centered, and I'm still debating on whether or not to cover this headboard in fabric or leave it like that. I hadn't really decided 100% yet on that. Still trying to make up my mind. Probably going to get rid of the little table, but I just want this to be a room with just a bed in it and maybe one nightstand with a little lamp. But it's not a very big room, which if it's for a guest, it doesn't need to be a big room. It has a bathroom, of course, full bath. And it's got a closet. Because, you know, when a guest comes, you don't really need to give them a dresser to put their clothes in. Don't really want them staying that long. Well, I did close the drapes thinking that it would be better to film. But, of course, that makes it harder to see. You need some help?
Yeah, you got a good right eyeball.
I could just hold the camera and say, "I told you so."
Yeah.
The new thing is the frame. You know, we women, we love to say, "I told you so" when we're right. 99.99% of the time.
The important thing was you caught it before I did all your work.
You didn't ask. I thought you were taking the frame away from the headboard. It was only when you finished that I realized he just attached the frame back to the headboard. Sorry.
Okay, so we're reading directions now because you got to read directions if you're going to do it right. And sometimes you got to read directions. The directions say you're just supposed to lay it on the floor and unfold it. And then it says, watch out for your pinch points because you don't want to pinch your fingers. Notice the frame is gone because my wife was right and I was wrong. Whoa, you don't need to add on to that. I just said enough.
No. I wasn't going to say anything more about me being right and you being wrong.
You're right.
I wasn't going to say
you don't need to extend that anymore.
say that last sentence
I know
again.
that you're right and I was wrong and we can move on.
Does this thing attach to the headboard?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I do know that I got to cut this loose in order for it to do anything because it's attached to the other.
Okay.
And then there's some little bolts right here that I got to get you to read the directions on because I can't read it.
It's just weird to think about a box spring not being your traditional piece of...
Yeah, but think about the box spring without that traditional fabric on it. What is it other than either wood or metal with some springs in it, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So this is technically the same thing. Now it says to just unfold it. Look, it's got little cardboard hickeys in the holes. I guess we pull out of there. And you pull out of here.
Oh, I get to
And then
we do safety entries every week, and we get rewarded for putting our safety entries in every week. And I can talk about pinch points on putting together. I can talk about you hitting your shin.
that's funny.
That's what I can talk. That's what I can talk about in my rocks for the week.
Is that it?
Yes, but like I said, that doesn't attach to the headboard.
I don't think you necessarily have to.
No. We're not having it if it don't attach to the headboard.
Baby, a headboard is superficiary. Super. How is the word?
No, it has to attach to the headboard.
I can attach it.
Not with no duct tape or bungee straps.
No. See how the end has the holes? I can attach that to wood.
Okay. All right, well, open up the rest of it. This looks bigger than a queen, longer than a queen. I don't know.
Now, I guess when we place it, we got to place it in the center of the room, right?
Yes.
So that was one. That was pretty simple. Those little doohickeys are what attach them to each other, which I got to figure out how to do. But I kind of want to do it right here. That way I can get these little pieces of cardboard out from just sitting right here. Go ahead and snap that out. Snap that out. And then like that. And then we got to see if we can hook them together, and then I guess we'll line them up. This right here looks like it's got a screw, a centerpiece, it's like a buffer, and then two little hand tighten screws. It's got one hand tighten screw. Okay. So I found out where the little doohickeys go. You got one at the top and one at the bottom. It's just a screw with a little buffer piece in between. There are hand tighteners on either side. It's got an actual metal on the inside. So in short, you got a hole here. You feed it through, put the washer, the separator, push them back together, and then hand tighten it. And just like that, the bed frame is done. You don't need any special tools other than maybe a knife or scissors to cut the plastic. And now we can center it where we want it. And then we're going to open up the mattress and put it on top and see what it looks like. No, there we are. Okay, so we got it center of the room. We centered it to the light with this little line here. Now we're going to get this bed in a box. It's all wrapped up tight. We're going to open up the plastic and sit it on here and let it expand. It says to leave it for like 3 or 4 days before you try to lay on it because it has to expand over the course of that time because I think it's all compressed. So anyway, let's do that. All right, y'all recording? All right, we get this box and sort of walk it. And dump it. And pull it out of this way. Here, you can read directions. Okay, now we're going to consult the handy dandy directions before we cut this open so it doesn't explode on us like one of those cartoon air raft situations. Y'all all seen that cartoon, right? Where they have the air raft and they go, just pull tab to remove, and all of a sudden it goes and it fills up your whole room. Why are you guys sideways? I gotta fix you guys. Y'all are looking all crazy. There we go. Step 1. Lay box on the side, we did that part. Remove, we did that part. Remove the plastic. Okay. Well,
Easy steps?
Yeah.
Okay. Just, what are you going to cut that with?
It says it says open by hand.
Okay.
I
would not suggest using a knife. Oh. You might want to put it up here a little bit better.
Well, I didn't know if we should.
I'm glad they have the stick so that you don't cut it. Man, how do they compress these things?
You hear that?
It's filling up with air, so you better get it where you want it. Okay, this piece of plastic is coming off completely.
It says to take it off off one side, and then try to slide it out from underneath it. That way, it's already in place. Wow, instant mattress.
Add water.
This was kind of like the rafting cartoon, where they open up the.
Can you pull it from the bottom?
Where they open up the raft from inside.
Do you have it? This is the top, yeah.
Alright, I gotta do my side. I think my side's hooked.
There you go. This bed, it slides a little too much.
It's on plastic. It's gonna slide.
I think it's gonna slide too much on this screen.
Maybe. I wish you would be on board for just half a second. Just half a second. All right. Now we just let it breathe and expand and do its thing for several days until we actually can get on it. Of course, we'll consult the directions to find out more. How about that? It's pretty.